the second episode actually, of, first for this podcast, the Open Mind Industries, The Mind Unleashed. Um, I'm Ali Qassem. I am the head of Open Mind Industries. Hate calling myself that because I'm actually the co-founder of it. Wanted to kind of give you guys an outline of what we are, what we're doing. Open Mind Industries is pretty much a small R&D company that I designed. We're actually pretty small. They're actually inside my closet, which everybody calls the closet, working out of my apartment. And pretty much what we're here to do is to design products for the disabled and able-bodied. As you see right next to me is 3D printers. This is a Robo 3D. Underneath this is a DaVinci. So pretty much what we're doing is we're trying to design products for the disabled and able-bodied and make life a little bit simpler. I myself suffer from cerebral palsy, so I walk with formal crutches. If you check out our Instagram page, Open Mind Industries, it will show some of the products I've been working on, some of the stuff. Also, guys, we'll be giving a giveaway. So if you hop on Instagram, you'll be seeing these. These are actually hand grips printed in NinjaFlex, which is a flexible filament, TPE filament. I'll be giving away a pair of 2 of these to lucky viewers who log in and tell me why you want them, why you need them, how is it going to benefit your hands if you use them. I would preferably give them to somebody who has forearm crutches or uses a hand crutch, because I'm designing one of these for a coworker who has carpal tunnel, and she will be dining a little bit differently though, so give you a few weeks before I can actually hand these out to you, or sit these to you. She has carpal tunnel in her hand. She needs one specially made for her hand because she has carpal tunnel, and that's why I went to this kind of filament. Also, a big thank you to NinjaFlex that was able to provide me with 2 rolls of filament to try out. This is one of the colors they sent me. It's a clear semi-flex. It's a little bit more durable, stuff like that. But then again, back to what we're about. So Open Mind Industries, we are a company that's in R&D. We want to make products. We want to review products. We want to show people that there are products that anybody can use, make it a little bit easier for you, to find a product that you're looking for, a disabled person. I go on Amazon a lot. I'm like, oh, what's a new pair of crutches to get? And sadly, there's not a lot. There's not a lot of products that are reviewed, talked about, in depth, and then again, being disabled and needing a product, to make life a little bit simpler for you, to put on a wheelchair or what have you. It's not many people discuss them, about the material, how light it is. Because me, when I carry crutches, is a different way, but I'll go into that in another podcast on an onboard camera thing. But we're here to literally find products that we find interesting, to make it a little bit easier for you guys, the viewers, people that need them, a little bit easier to find, so you're not running around trying to find something that is not going to work for you. And we want to kind of make different products that we're working on, prototypes we're working on now, I can't really talk about. We've been working on a few things, and we're trying to get the patents and trying to put stuff through, and trying to get that all moving. So pretty much what we're trying to do is just consolidate everything all into all-in-one. That way you guys can have a good place. We also offer 3D printing services for people who find models on 3D printing sites such as Thingiverse, My Mini Factory, 3D Hubs, stuff like that. I do have hubs up there. They are not active at the moment. I started them about a year ago, and it just kind of dwindled. I don't have an SLA printer, and a lot of people want resin printing. I'll go into more into that in detail in a later podcast, also between SLA and FDM printers. And I use FDM, they print like this, and they print this way down, and SLA prints like that with a high resin and a Blu-ray kind of laser, special laser, and they're more expensive. So if you guys have watched the previous podcast, I ended up getting a 3D scanner from DaVinci, or not DaVinci, XYZ Printing. Oop, got a text. Cool. And I got an Apple Watch. I'll be doing a review on this, why I actually bought an Apple Watch. Pebble, I enjoyed them, but they are now out of business, and I'm kind of sad about that. So I'll be going more into that, why my everyday carries for a disabled person, what I would recommend, price-wise, stuff like that. Hopefully that helps some people with disabilities and people who are just looking for certain things. a little better in daily life. But the XYZ scanner does work. However, I'll go into detail about that more, but there's a few podcasts, or not podcasts, but videos I've watched on YouTube that show it, and I thought it was going to be more for help me out with more scanning, because a lot of my friends wanted me to scan a few things, and it really didn't work out too well. You need to be a very steady hand, unfortunately, and the scanner actually goes around. And the program does work good, but for $100, what could I say? I tried it. It's okay. The printers, I'll be going into more detail on why I have the printers that I have. I am looking into an SLA printer, but I do not have the funds for an SLA printer. Just more expensive, and you need a clean zone. As you see, I'm working in a closet, legitly in a closet, in my bedroom, and this is where we're doing everything, getting everything started. So this is what pretty much Open Mind Industries is about. It's about getting a place where we can build or find products that everyone can use with a good review, an honest review, because I'm disabled and I understand things better than most people. Like, I walk with crutches, so you see somebody in a wheelchair. I spent 6 years in a chair, so I know what it's like to go through this crap and stuff like that. So I've been trying to find a place where it's easy for people with disabilities. They come in and be like, hey man, this guy knows what he's talking about. This product or this thing would work for him, would work for me. And somebody with normal extremities of movement, like, hey, this works for them too, or they have find somebody. I'll be doing a review on some of the devices I have in my room to make my life a little bit simpler in later podcasts. But this is just to tell you what we're about. About myself. That's what I have in my little log here. So, my name's Ali Qasim. I grew up in upstate New York, Albany, New York, and I suffer from cerebral palsy, which suffers my legs. I work out pretty much every day, about 4 times a week. Started in a wheelchair years ago, had about 16 surgeries, and ended up moving to Orlando, Florida. Somebody give a little thing. Started working, met my business partner, who has just recently graduated about 6 months ago from UCF. He actually helps me out with the designing of arm prototypes, stuff like that. And we decided to do a company. In New York, I learned how to do filmmaking, stuff like that. And a lot of this stuff didn't pay off for the future, what I'm doing now, but a lot of it's going to. So we decided to start our own company, stuff like that. Hopefully everything does work out. But I want to make a place where it's comfortable. So, also about myself, I've suffered from depression, stuff like that. So I want to make a hub where people can talk about some of the issues that go on with being disabled, because it's not easy. It really isn't. It's taken a lot for me to speak about my stuff, but I'm depression clean. So I know what it's like. I actually met somebody at work about a month ago. I'm not going to give his name away, because he's the one that kind of pushed me to do the podcast. And he's like, hey man, what do you have a disability like I had? And he walked a little bit differently, and I was like, yeah man. He's like, well, you seem so positive and outgoing. What the hell? What makes you so happy? I said, honestly dude, I moved here, I found some great friends years ago. I've been working here for so many years. It's been awesome. People here have been freaking amazing. I'm technically with Misfits, and it made me get into my shell, my comfort illness, and you need to find that. And I know what's going on with you. I know what you're going through. And he was like, you gotta start talking to people. So I told him what we were doing, what our goals were, and stuff like that. Pardon me for the burp. And he goes, man, I don't know what to do. I'm kind of in this rut. How did you get out of it? So I told him some of the things that I went out through. I was like, dude, I found the right people. I started playing video games, started doing my own thing, and honestly we started this, and I was like, man, I'm really tired of not having certain things that I want for crutches, and why isn't this made this way or that way? And this is what I told him. I was like, this is my outlet. Like, Open Mind Industries is my outlet, because I'm tired of not having certain types of crutches or products that I'm trying to find that don't exist. And companies are making them, but it's just so damn expensive, and you can't afford it, and the insurance is so bad. So I went to that, told him all about this, and he was like, damn, dude. But I told him about my depression, what I was going through. So he's going to the same boat that I'm in, but I met him, saw him the other day, actually, when I was going into work, and he stopped me, and he was like, man, what you said to me the other night really freaking pumped me up. and I'm now excited. So I was like, all right, man, start the podcast and see what happens. I'll talk to people. Hopefully, I can keep talking about it, and I can motivate some other people to get out of that rut. Hopefully, what we're doing, gives people an outlet every week. Hopefully, we can do it every week. I plan on to. So if they come out really weird, it's gonna happen. You can motivate somebody, get somebody out of the rut that they're in. I know what it's like to be in that situation where you have nowhere to go, no outlet, and it's hard to talk to somebody about it. But hopefully, this podcast, this vlog, gets you guys happy. Some people that are just like logging in and going, hey. But that's pretty much about me, man. I suffer from cerebral palsy. I grew up in New York, moved to Orlando, tried to get into a career field that I wanted, and that sadly has not worked out. And then I met somebody, like my business partner, John Elizea, and we decided, like, hey man, you're a CAD modeler, you do this. And we started looking at some kid, and we're like, dude, this kid has like all these things on his legs and stuff like that. And it was like a rainy day, and it happened a few years ago. I can't remember the family's name, but they're from New Jersey. And the kid was like going through surgery, stuff like that. And I was like, man, that chair could be like a lot lighter. Why can't it go up the damn hill? The road that we work, the place that we work at, which is Universal Studios. And I was like, man, it's like all these ramps, people don't think how we think and I think. So we're thinking about like different materials and products, and this is how it all started. And that kind of gave me the outlet of what I have now, and like an awesome family that I have, and telling people like, hey man, this is what I've been going through. But that's what started the whole entire, let's make things lighter. Let's start the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe did well. We raised about $400. Our asking goal was about $2,500. Sadly, it didn't go the way we went. We had more people that visited it, did anything, but didn't donate even $1 to it. But let's hope that what I do here and who I can motivate here goes farther, because I can look at products and ideas. I would like to make this into a career, as well as he would, because we have ideas and we have goals, and some of my prototyping looks really freaking interesting. And we're still prototyping with the 3D printers. That's why I had 3D printers, because it's easy to start stuff. And I'm working with friends of mine that are prop makers and makeup artists that are like helping me with this stuff. And they're like, hey man, this would work here, this wouldn't work here, But one step at a time. So that's pretty much about me, man. This is why I started this podcast, and we moved stuff around. I also want to thank a lot of people. This is kind of going to be an awesome thank you. So I want to thank Michael Pernesco. He's the one that designed our logo. He's a great friend of mine. I met him a couple years ago working at Universal, and he's been freaking amazing with me. A lot of people at Universal also helped us out with their GoFundMe. I can't remember what your damn names is. Robert Reyes, Judith, I can't remember the last name, Uncle Joe Telview, Dan, Chris, Frankie, Mark, Bree, my lord, that's so many of you, Dakota, Alex, everybody. I'm going to put all your names in the dang thank you box. It's just I have a lot to people to thank for this. You guys stopped, you helped. Alan Lincoln, Trent Ward, all these people have been freaking amazing, have got me started, motivated me to like be like, yo, get out of your shell, do this, it goes somewhere, you got a goal, you have an idea, let's do it. So you guys have been freaking amazing. I can't thank you guys enough. It's been about 2 years with Open Mind starting. We're just pushing it now into the top. It took us a while because I needed to get comfortable, and we needed to really find out what we were doing. It's been about 2 years of prototyping. Some things are looking really good. Others, I really had to backtrack and tear things apart because it's not going to be feasible to keep designing it if it's not going to function for everyone and safely. And obviously, this is costing me a lot of money out of my own pocket. I have not made pretty much shit of any of this. So I'm paying back a lot of my credit cards. It sucks, but hopefully people can subscribe to us, help me make some cash, because I want to keep this going. I want to keep building. I want to keep putting stuff out there for people that can use it. That's my goal. If things happen with it, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to get out of a little bit of, get some funds for it, because I would like it. But if I can help one person, that's the biggest goal. I've already done that a few times, and the prototypes that I have in mind are looking good. We're looking to work with some other companies to help them get their products out there. So hopefully this all works. But I want to thank you guys, because you guys freaking started it and told me it's okay to spend the money, do the money, and it's going to cost you, kid. But at the end of the day, it's towards a goal. So we're doing that. And I just want to thank everybody out there. It's been about 2 years. We're going on our third, actually, in May. And holy shit. It feels fucking awesome. It really feels fucking awesome, because I don't know what I would have been doing. I really don't. I would have been sitting at fucking Universal going, But my mind works weird, so when I'm at Universal, I see problems, and that's what frickin' developed all this. And I'm like, holy shit. So, thank you guys. I'll put all your names down in the description to the video, and I couldn't be more grateful. I'm sorry a lot of the time that I couldn't have more to show for this, but the things I did do and have done and put the money towards has worked and failed at the same time, but you guys knew what you were getting into. And I want to thank a few of you, because Rob, Judith, Dan, all you guys have been like, dude, and Carol and everybody, my mom's friends and stuff like that, like, thanks. And my Aunt Colleen, thank you, because you guys have been like, yo, it's going to take you time, do it, but we've been more pissed off at you if you don't keep going. That's what I'll be more pissed about. The money went somewhere, it did, so it's going to a good cause, a good idea, and we're going to keep going with it. And I want to thank all you guys for freaking giving me that chance. Us that chance. It keeps me motivated in the morning to get out of bed and be like, yeah, we're working here, and then you gotta get home and you're like, oh, this has been freaking amazing. So, thanks everybody for that. Also if you guys want to see some of the work that I've been doing, check out our Instagram page, Open Mind Industries. It's on Instagram, Twitter, the official Open Mind Industries. Check us out there. Also, our website is now functional. We still have a few adjustments. It's going to be openmindindustries.squarespace.com. I just signed off on our domain name from GoDaddy to Squarespace, so it may take a few days. We will be officially openmindindustries.com. Just waiting for the .com to be switched back over to me, because it is mine. I've had it for years now. But Squarespace needs to get the rights to take it from them and say, hey, he wants to use it here. You're no longer going to be with them. So the website looks good. If you have any questions, visit us on that. It's going to be openmindindustries.squarespace.com. That's going to be on our Facebook page, Open Mind Industries. Like I said, you'll find our logo, our awesome new logo here that Michael Pernisco designed for me a few months ago. Actually, was it last year? Yeah. He really didn't like what it looked like. He was like, dude, your company is this. And I want to make it clean, simple, to the point. So yes, but visit us on Instagram. I have a lot of more stuff there. Again, I'm working on prototyping and stuff like that. For some of the stuff, like I said, the money has gone to a good cause. It hasn't been dwindled. Like, I'm really working hard at some things that I see that need to be developed. My Aunt Colleen was just here, and she was proud of it. And she's like, hey man, just keep working at it. Really, just keep working at it, because it's coming along. And I want to do the 3D Crutch, but I've started designing that little by little. I got to get a hold of John, because John actually is in Tampa, so I need to talk with John. But like, hey man, we need to do this. This is the idea. This is how many parts it's going to be. How much is this going to be? And I have the carbon fiber filament behind me, which I have not started with yet. So I'm still looking at other filaments, such as the NinjaFlex, which has really helped me, benefited me in the long run. Like I said, I'll be giving away 2 pairs of these to 2 lucky viewers of the podcast, or listeners. You're going to send us a line at openmindindustries@gmail.com. Please send me a video or a story. I would more like a video of you guys. It's going to be more. I wanted to pretty much do it for you, because I want to know why you're going to need it, it's going to work for you. I need the size of your crutch, if you're going to use it for that, or the size of your cane, the handle of it. The material works amazingly well, and I really want to just do that, because NinjaFlex didn't have to give me that chance. and they did. I tried it. I'm loving it. I have more ideas for it, such as crutch tips with the product. I've been talking to a few people on Instagram that I've been talking with, and they're like, dude, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Because they work with the material also, and they've been really good friends to me there. And yeah, it's been freaking amazing. But before I sign off, I also want to tell you guys what next week's episode is going to be. It's going to be a friend of mine, Jennifer Ressatar, author Jennifer Ressatar. We're going to be just talking about her book and how she got into writing the book, the children's book. If you want to look it up, I'll leave a link down in the description. It is called The Golden Spinner. It's been out for about 3 years now. I'll be talking about with her how she got motivated to write it, how she gets along with her stuff, her disability. She has cerebral palsy also. She is a Valencia graduate, high up in Valencia. She's I'll let her discuss that more. She's way up in Valencia. She went to school for human resources and stuff like that. But she's an author. She does that kind of stuff. But I'm going to have her talk to you guys about how she motivated herself to write that book. What are techniques for some of you who want to become writers and stuff like that. What it's like to get the book done and the editing and the process of it. So I hope this was informative. I hope it was good. Kind of gives me an outline. But yeah, I think I did well. I think we're doing well. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm going to keep going towards it. Hopefully you guys log in, give me a like, subscribe. Whatever you want to do. I'm not going to beg for it. But thanks, guys. At the end of the day, keep an open mind. Enjoy.